The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello and welcome. I'm Camila Guare with the news. In this edition, alcohol main contributor to domestic violence, normal water supply expected at 6 p.m., and Benotti Kuman makes history with hat-trick. On the eve of Christmas, the Universal Church of PNG Christians served a special meal to the homeless in the Boroko area. The program was testament to the commitment of Christians to making a positive impact in the lives of others.
All the spiritual food that will be shared with them as well. Let's go!
The homeless in the Boroko area, in the nation's capital, were treated to food and drinks on Christmas Eve. The feeding program is part of the Unisocial project of the Universal Church. It was carried out by the Papua New Guinea chapter on December 24th. Volunteers, mostly members of the church, a testament to the commitment of Christians to make a positive impact in the lives of others.
Many of them would have no meal, no food, but here we are. And we like to talk, thank you, Papa God, for this food on the table today.
The homeless community at Boroko was filled with gratitude. Pastor Cassio Santos shared what took place that evening.
We are here at Boroko Square, preparing, as you can see here, this table. We are going to be soon serving to those who are around here, homeless, a dinner, okay? Many are those who unfortunately in this time of celebrations, Christmas time, they have no one and they have nothing. The Universal Church in Papua New Guinea, through the Angels of the Night Unisocial Project, we are here tonight for this very special event.
The food was shared with 224 people. Bishop Jonathan Pine then shared the Christmas story of the birth of Jesus in the Gospel of Luke. He said while he understood the situation of homelessness, these people need not be despised, rejected, or go unassisted with basic needs.
For these people, there is no space, there is no house, there is no hotel for them to stay, just like the Lord Jesus. So he knows their pain, he sees their suffering. And we at the Universal Church, we also feel and see their pain. As the Lord has told us to do, when he said, I was hungry and you fed me. I was in prison and you visited me. This is the work that the Universal Church is doing to assist those who are in need.
The Unisocial project aims to provide support and resources to the marginalized globally. The feeding program normally occurs on Friday nights when Universal Church volunteers go out to the streets to meet and share a meal and the good news with the homeless. Christmas is about sharing joy, and the generosity of people goes beyond their home and family as they seek to share this joy with those in need. The Joyce Bay Oratory Center was chosen for the Sharing Christmas Joy and Gift Giving program by Filipino benefactors. Around 150 children and mothers took part in the celebration.
On December 25, the Joyce Bay Oratory Center in Port Moresby hosted the Sharing Christmas Joy and Gift-Giving program organized by Filipino benefactors in collaboration with the Salesian Sisters of Don Bosco. Now in its 6th year, the initiative brought smiles and hope to the small Christian community under Mary Help of Christian Parish in Sabama. About 150 children and mothers took part in the celebration, which began with an opening prayer led by Father Ambrose Pereira, followed by welcome remarks from Sister Alice, a Christmas message from the benefactors, and a lively dance performance by the Oratorians. Ice cream and food packs were distributed. the children expressed heartfelt gratitude to the benefactors for sharing their time and blessings. The program concluded with a Christmas message from Sister Cristina Villasanta, animator of the FMA community. Using the image of a candle, she encouraged the children to let their light shine and bring hope and joy to others, inspired by the gospel message from the Gospel of Matthew. After the final prayer and blessing, each family received Christmas gifts and additional food packs to share at home. Susan Oriape, TVWAN News.
More than 10 homebrew producers in Hanua Bada voluntarily surrendered their distillation equipment, marking a major step toward ending illicit alcohol production in the Motu Koitabu community. The move follows a small operation led by Motu Koitabu Assembly Chairman Russell Wavik, targeting illegal homebrew sales and alcohol display at the Hanua Bada roadside market. It is the first of such initiatives in years. Chairman Wavik told villagers it was time to respect the law and restore the community's reputation, while acknowledging the financial pressures that led many to homebrew production. 53-year-old No Ruma, the first to surrender, said the chairman's direct engagement convinced him that sustainable alternatives will be provided. The MKA says community programs and employment opportunities will support families to move away from this illegal trade. The National Capital District Metropolitan Command has emphasized that alcohol was the main contributor to domestic violence, unlawful assaults, public disorder, and loss of life last week. In their Operation Iron Star update, the Metropolitan Superintendent of NCD, Warwick Simatab, said police are moving into a phase of hard enforcement to stop the liquid bullet. Metropolitan Superintendent of NCD, Warwick Simatab, gave an operational update on Operation Iron Star, which commenced on December 18, 2025. He said while the city remained manageable during the Christmas period, he sounded a grave warning regarding the primary driver of violence in the capital city. The 2 homicide cases reported were both fueled by alcohol. In the Sabama incident, where a boyfriend stabbed his girlfriend after an argument, both were drunk, with the suspect now behind bars. For the Joyce Bay incident, a grade 8 student died from injuries sustained from a drunken brawl after being slashed with bush knives. In this case, 5 suspects have been detained. 497 summary offences cases were reported between December 18th and December 28th, with 92 arrests. Simatab said the notable offences included unlawful assaults, domestic violence, threatening and insulting words, drunk and disorderly, noise pollution, and public brawls. As highlighted, these offences were the direct result of alcohol abuse. NCD police underlined that with alcohol abuse being the primary contributor to most of the crimes committed, they are moving into a phase of hard enforcement to stop the liquid bullet. Simatab stated that the people selling steam and those trading liquor illegally are providing the ammunition for murder. He called on the Motu Koitabu leaders and landowners to work with them, saying they should not allow their land to be used for illegal steam factories that kill the youth. Police are also appealing to the public to report areas that are manufacturing or selling homebrew, with NCD police saying silence is an endorsement of the next crime. Madang Provincial Police Commander, Superintendent Robert Baim, has warned police officers not to illegally demand money from members of the public without issuing a proper traffic infringement notice for traffic offences.
Madang Police Boss Robert Baim has warned his officers from illegally taking money from members of the public during traffic stops. He stressed that such behavior will not be tolerated. He said any officer who detains a person's property and demands payment is committing extortion and is liable for prosecution. Byam said officers found engaging in such practices will be dealt with under police disciplinary processes and the law. He also encouraged members of the public to report officers who demand cash or issue false receipts. The public has been advised to take note of police vehicle number plates or take a photo of the officer involved. Byam said reporting officers for illegal behavior is important to maintain discipline and also to uphold trust between the police and the community. Susan Oreape, TVWAN News.
This is TVWAN News. After the break, 3 million for coffee plantation owners and Ahi villages light up, and Rona 1 and 3 fully restored.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's One Talk Wallet. PSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical karugi up the big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, da mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste P&G loves.
Open it.
Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but met it. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
Cold Power Citrus Blast uses stain-fighting active particles to remove dirt, grease and stains from your family's washing with less scrubbing and rubbing, reducing wear and tear and saving you time. Cold Power Citrus Blast has an amazing citrus fragrance that gives that extra freshness that will last all day long.
Whether we're playing sport, exercising for fitness, being active for work or play, just having some fun, or just chilling, there is one name we can count on that we know will keep us going strong. Skell Rice. Healthy, nutritious, delicious medium grain rice full of vitamins and minerals. Skell helps us maintain a healthy, active lifestyle so we can enjoy every day.
Skell Rice.
Skell Life.
The NBA on ESPN is happening now. We don't know who's going to catch fire or who will shock the world. We don't know which bucket will break some hearts, who's showing up courtside, if dynasties will ever dynasty again. And we don't know which play will become a poster. But we do know that for tip-off, Christmas, finals, and everywhere in between,
Stop playing with me.
ESPN is your home for hoops.
Welcome back. Water PNG's plant operations team were able to fully restore Rona 1 and 3 at 2:15 a.m. today, with Rona 4 coming online shortly after. The maintenance of water facilities has been ongoing at Mount Eriama, with some parts of Port Moresby going without water since 10 p.m. on Saturday, December 27, 2025. Most suburbs in Port Moresby have been without water since 10 p.m. on Saturday, December 27, 2025. This is due to PNG Power Limited's planned maintenance work at Rona 2, which has impacted Water PNG's raw water supply to the Mount Ariama Water Treatment Plant. In an update this morning, Water PNG's Chief Executive Officer, James Young, outlined that due to the prolonged disruption, reservoir storage was utilized around midnight to provide interim relief to customers. As a result, the network now needs to stabilize as plant inflows continue to increase. Overnight, they were able to restore supply across most areas. This includes flushing trunk mains and rebalancing reservoirs and district metered areas. Young said once again, this highlights that the existing network is significantly undersized for a city the size of Port Moresby. This outage was planned. However, given the age and condition of the system, future outages of greater scale and complexity are a certainty and may require extended time frames to resolve. Young revealed that locals threatened Water PNG staff and prevented maintenance and repairs in a few areas, notably the Hanua Bada area, where a large main was damaged by a landslip. He said Water PNG staff will return with police this morning. Young outlined that the HB main impacts supply quite significantly, hence it is important the public support Water PNG as they go about their work. Vanapa Brown LLG President Francis Isoaimo Namea is making sure commuters along the Laloki and Brown River section of the Hiritano Highway in Central Province ride in comfort during this festive season. Isoaimo was present, working with the contractors on the road during the festive season. He said he wants to fix the pothole-riddled sections of the road, which have been a nightmare for travelers. He added that minor road maintenance was carried out last year. However, it deteriorated due to wet weather conditions. Isoaimo has given assurance that he will work closely with member for Hiri Koyari and the central governor to address the situation. From shy, awkward individuals to confident public speakers who can communicate with ease and clarity, members of Toastmasters International have noted remarkable changes after joining the organization. One of them is Regina Epley from the PNG University of Technology in Lae, Morobe Province. Before joining the PNG Unitech Staff Toastmasters Club, Regina Epley lived in the shadow of her own shyness. She was an introvert who shied from conversations until she joined Toastmasters in 2022 as a graduate trainee in the superannuation sector.
And I joined the same year because since we were graduate trainee, it's a must that we must join the club. So yeah, automatically I joined the club. So before I joined the club, the Toastmasters Club, I was a very shy and quiet person. I don't openly talk to people. I only talk to them when they talk to me first. Yeah. And after I joined the #1 Super Toastmasters Club at the time, I saw a lot of improvements along the way. Like since I first started up to now, I can see that I'm not a perfect confident speaker yet, but I have made progress and I am working towards becoming a perfect confident speaker.
Epley from West Sepik Province is the systems analyst with the Information and Communication Technology Services Department at PNG University of Technology. She had graciously agreed to an interview after topping a category in the recent Area 44 Club Speech Contest in Lae.
Today's event was a very good event. It was a first time for me to compete as well in the area contest. and I am very excited. I came first in the humorous speech category, so I will be representing the Area 44 to contest in the division conference in Port Moresby. Some of the traits that I learned from Toastmasters International is how to communicate effectively with my colleagues, my Toastmasters Club members, and my bosses. As well as one thing I learned is we usually have the pathways, Toastmasters pathway, and I am working on the pathway called presentation mastery. So that pathway basically teaches me how to do presentations and how to present, how to master the skills of doing good presentations. So that is one trait I learned, and this also helped me in terms of my job as well. Like before I was a shy person, I get scared to stand in front and do presentations. But after I joined Toastmasters, I can stand in front and do presentations and all that.
Each speaker serves as a reminder that Toastmasters is more than just speeches. It's about confidence, growth, and connection. A funding support of over 3 million kina is expected to be disbursed to 18 coffee plantations under the Coffee Industry Corporation Limited's revitalization of large-scale coffee plantation sector initiative. The initiative is funded by the national government and spearheaded by the Ministry of Coffee in collaboration with the CICL. 9 plantation owners met all the requirements and are eligible for the funding.
9 coffee plantation owners from Eastern Highlands, Western Highlands and Juaka will receive funding to improve their large-scale production. The government's investment in coffee is to see an increase in production. The plantation owners are pioneer participants in this project. Each recently signed an MOA with the Coffee Industry Corporation Limited under its revitalization of large-scale coffee plantation sector initiative. CICL Chief Operations Officer Stephen Tumai stressed that plantations had many issues including landowner, management, land ownership, law and order and labor shortage. Jacob Popuna of Pogen Investments Limited in Western Highlands said it's the first time seeing such support. He's determined to deliver on the expectations in the MOA. He said they have struggled for years to maintain the plantations with high costs of chemicals and farm inputs. He hopes the government can look at reducing tax on farm inputs. CICL CEO Charles Dambui said the funds were released late in the mid-quarter and the management made a decision to give out the limited funding to the successful applicants before the end of the year. CICL received over 104 proposals. The total amount requested was around 90 million kina. Meantime, a monitoring and evaluation team will check on the progress of the plantation owners' activities. Mr. Dambui said the success of their work will determine the next lot of funding. Salome Alman, TVWAN News.
5 Ahi villages in Morobe province are now brightly lit following the installation of solar-powered streetlights. The Ahi Solar Streetlights project was funded by landowner company Ahi Investment Limited through its subsidiary, the Ahi Charitable Trust. 5 landowner villages of Ley City in Morobe province recently celebrated the successful installation and commissioning of solar-powered streetlights, courtesy of landowner company Ahi Investment Limited. Through Ahi Charitable Trust, the 156,000 kina Ahi Solar Streetlights project was rolled out to Yanga, Wagang, Hingali, Yalu and Kamkumung. Yanga, Wagang, Hingali and Kamkumung had 17 solar streetlights installed, while Yalu village welcomed 14 solar streetlights. From Ambuawi in Yalu, Ganang Sari expressed her delight that she no longer has to depend on her torch to walk through the village.
Bisitano tutak. Nanau. This light you practice me come Lord. Say me. Bisitano go light and me amamas no go through. Na mi talk thank you lo you plalo. Epi mi lo mi sit down no good light na. Now mi start.
Seems the time no talk big thank you lo company I Investment Limited lo look sawe lo people lo come como place want them chairmanship lo director 8 directors chairmanship lo Mr. George Kware look sawe lo come como some one place inside lo 6 Play village na roll him out this la all programs blow all solar lights come inside the place before place yes power supply coming the place but lo sample all areas where you know got power supply reaching isagarol dark corners na this la this company come inside and identify this little area na sanapim all solar lights now maybe lugu mosem due lo continuous blackouts na this little lights helpful straight lo side the security inside the place light him up area so all man Mary still move around late hours na kaya no se maybe still identify me ada need lo light.
Eisen urged locals to take care of these assets, which will benefit them in the long run. The project was managed by Ahi Prudential Development Limited and implemented by Ahi Hope Foundation in partnership with Coastal Industrial Service Limited, who carried out the technical work. The company says this initiative is more than just lights. It's about creating safer roads, improving accessibility, and supporting community well-being through clean, renewable energy. By installing solar-powered streetlights, they are reducing carbon emissions and contributing to a sustainable future for Ahi people. The project supports key United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDG 7, Affordable and Clean Energy, SDG 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, Enhancing Infrastructure and Public Safety, and SDG 13, Climate Action, Reducing Carbon Footprint through Solar Technology. And now a look at the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2351 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2276, $0.3363 Australian dollars, $0.1852 euro, and 35.35 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, all closed higher except cocoa and crude oil closed the day lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. TV1 News continues after the break. Stay with us.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, PSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at PSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. PSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, P&G é minha. Prime P&G made.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
Long year 2024, 7 pla baby i born one time HIV. HIV I can go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama I get HIV, long time long carrying baby, na time baby I susu. Tasol Yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bell mama clinic, na kiss him antenatal check. Time Yumi pan him sick HIV area, or time bell mama I positive penis, early treatment I can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV I go long baby. This lo talk sawa I come long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Okay. Yep.
Hi.
Yes.
Can I get a loan for my PNV contract?
You need to fill out these forms, these ones, and then you can get back to me. Okay?
Hello? Hello? Anyone? Hi, I'm Kenny. Can I get a loan here?
Not here. Not right now.
Hi, I'm Kenny. Can I get a loan here?
Of course, Kenny. I'll take down your details. I'll help with the credit check.
Thank you.
And I'll help with your business plan.
1 car Kenny, 20 car Kenny, 1,000 car Kenny. FinCorp, fast forward your finance from zero to hero.
Tonight on One News, the annual festival has been attracting crowds to New Plymouth for more than 20 years.
This is a perfect opportunity for the Pacific Islands Forum.
No Pacific Island is safe unless we all are safe.
Between Brisbane and Queenstown.
Right, in other news,
probably the club's greatest finals wins as a player and a coach. So.
After all, they are the 4-time defending champion.
Friday, wind, rain, thunder. Heads up, that could be nasty. Apart from the North End. Look at that. Ooh.
Thanks for staying with us. Turning abroad, about 80 passengers on board the Coral Adventurer cruise ship will be flown back to Australia after efforts to refloat the vessel were unsuccessful. About 120 people, including 80 passengers, were aboard the Cairns-based ship when it struck a coral reef about 30 kilometers from Lae. Local authorities said attempts to free the vessel were unsuccessful, and the ship's operator, Coral Expeditions, announced on Monday it would end the tour a day before its scheduled finish and fly passengers to Australia. A spokesperson for the company said there were no injuries to passengers or the vessel's 43 crew members. New South Wales Police could be armed with higher-powered firearms at major events like New Year's Eve, as the Premier warns nothing is off the table to keep the Jewish community safe. Chris Minns is even considering calling in the army to protect synagogues in the wake of the Bondi terror attack.
These are not the sorts of guns New South Wales residents are used to seeing, but the state government is taking no chances this New Year's Eve.
New South Wales police will be out in massive numbers, in some cases carrying firearms and weapons that you haven't seen before, but we judge as absolutely necessary.
New Year's Eve celebrations in Bondi have been cancelled after the attack on Jewish Australians 2 weeks ago. But thousands of people will cram the Opera House forecourt to watch Sydney's world-famous fireworks.
I have spoken to a lot of parents and they would feel far more comfortable if there was a major police presence, and that includes with the firepower that's required.
It would be better, but but maybe children are scared about that.
With a big gun is more for me is a bit too much.
And it's not just police. The Premier's considering calling for troops to help guard Jewish synagogues and schools, and arming the community's own security service, the CSG.
Nothing's off the table, nothing's off the table.
Despite the obvious police presence still at Bondi Beach, the government doesn't want people to be scared, calling on locals and tourists to come back to the beach and spend their money.
Our local businesses were there for our community when we needed them. Now it is our turn to back our local businesses.
A significantly quieter Bondi, still on the long road to recovery.
Preparations are underway for New Year's Eve celebrations around the world. In London, clockmakers have been fine-tuning the bongs of Big Ben so that it can strike midnight perfectly on time and kickstart the city's huge fireworks display.
When you think about the most photographed spots in the world, this would have to be one of them, London's Big Ben. Everyone snaps it from street level, but what's it like inside? We've been invited up for a look. My tour guide is clockmaker Andrew Strangeway. First stop, the clock mechanism.